Hello campers, this is Nate from Christie's RV. Today we're going to be going through this 2021 Eagle 28.5 RTS by Jayco. We'll start up at the front compartment on the passenger side here. Up on the left side of your compartment here, you have a 110 plug-in and then an output from your antenna for a TV. So if you wanted to set this up to have a TV outside to watch the game or the race, you could do that out here. And then also just on the left here, you have a little tire gauge that goes into its own little holder. And then just below the tire gauge, if you did run wires or a TV into here and you had to run anything out, there's this nice little port at the bottom where you can run a cord out and then just close it up tight so no critters get in. Just beside that compartment, you have your first storage for your 30-pound propane bottle. Coming up to the front of the unit, right underneath the start of the nose cone, you have two switches. These are for the accent lights on the front of the unit. And then for pinning up, just for extra light in the bed of the truck, you have a light just up underneath to help you with that. At the front of the unit here, the big storage part is already prepped for a generator. If you wanted to put a generator into the unit, that's what this space is used for, or you can just use it for storage. And then just beside that is storage for the batteries. You can fit 4 batteries in here. This unit only has 1 on it, but you could always upgrade to more batteries if you plan on doing a lot of off-grid camping. Coming to the driver's side of the unit, you have your second 30-pound propane bottle. This bottle does have a crossover regulator going to the other one, so if both bottles are on, whatever way this switch is facing, that's the bottle it's going to draw from. Once that bottle runs out, it'll automatically switch itself over, so then you could disconnect this bottle, bring it, fill it up, and then if you have stuff running on gas, you don't have to shut it off at all. This is the other side of the storage compartment on the driver's side. So on the right, you have a light. You can set it to on, off, or auto, so it'll automatically come on when someone comes into the storage. On the left here, you have your controls for your leveling system and your jacks. And then just below that, you have your battery disconnect. So if you're disconnected from 110 and you want to kill all the power coming from the battery, you can just flip this and it'll kill all the 12-volt power to your unit. So you don't have to worry about forgetting the light on and draining your battery. Just inside the unit on the driver's side, you have your docking station. So this is anything to do with water expelling from your tanks. So at the bottom, you have your black handle. That's going to be just your toilet. And then you have your 2 grays. The one in the middle is going to be your bathroom. So that's your bathroom, shower, and sink. And then the one on the right is going to be your kitchen. And then the sewer outlet is just right underneath of the docking station here. Just above all your handles for your tanks, you have your city water fill. So on the bottom right here, this is where you would connect the pressurized hose either from someone's house or from the campground you're staying at. Also, you can keep your hose connected into the city water to fill your tanks. Just to fill your tanks, you have to switch these 2 handles up at the top, and then it shows you in a little diagram underneath. So we'd want to fill the tank, so we would just turn blue down and then there, and then for city it's down at the bottom, and then we would just turn 2 knobs straight. The black connection at the top is a flush for your black tank. So after you empty your black tank, you could connect the pressurized hose right here, and that will clean your tank out for you. You just want to make sure you keep your black handle pull so you don't collect any air inside the tank. And then just on the left here is the switch for your water pump. So if you're hauling water with you and you want to turn the pump on, you don't have to go all the way inside. You can just do it right here. And then just above the pump switch is the bypass for the hot water tank. So when you're using it, you want it on normal, and then when you go to winterize, you can flip it up to bypass. All right. Coming out of the storage compartment, you have the back of your furnace. You just want to make sure you don't have anything shoved into the exhaust before you fire it up, or nothing in front of it, because it does get hot. Just below the exhaust for the furnace, you have your hot water heater. So you don't have to do much with the hot water heater, but when you do go to drain it in the springtime, you have to make sure you let all the pressure off. So to let the pressure off the tank, you can either use the pressure relief valve on top, or just open some hot lines inside of your unit, and then you can take your plug out safely. Coming towards the rear of the unit, you have your ladder mounted already on the back. You have a backup camera that's ready to go. This unit also has the cameras going down the side when you put your blinkers on. At the back of the passenger side here, we have the Blackstone grill. To connect the Blackstone grill, just up underneath your unit, you have a little quick connect for gas. You just pop the plastic off, pop your connection in, and then there's a valve at the bottom. You just put it in line, and it will give you gas from your unit to your grill. Coming down the driver's side, you have your outdoor kitchen. This kitchen has a small mini fridge. This is a 110 mini fridge, so it'll only work when you're plugged into power. Inside your outdoor kitchen, you have your Gfi Reset. So any plugs that are by water or outside, if they stop working, this is where I would come, and you'll probably see the little red light on, and then you can just reset them right here. And then just below your Gfi, you have your switches for your lights inside your outdoor kitchen. Right beside your outdoor kitchen, you have the back of your fridge. You don't have to do much to that. I would just go in every year and make sure nothing made a nest or there's no spider webs or anything inside the back of your fridge. And let's head inside. First thing you notice when you come inside the unit is the J command. So this will control everything from your pumps to your furnace to your AC. So to get through screen to screen, you just hit the top button here, and that will bring you through screen. So this is your tanks, all your water, and then your motors for your slides. So to put your awning out, you'd want to go to awning, and then you can just hit extend on the right here. To put your awning out, you want to just hold the button until the awning goes all the way out and you see the flap come down. These awnings are not made for heavy winds or rains, so if you're not using it, I would just put it in so you don't come back after a four-wheeler ride or from the beach and your awning's all messed up. If you are sitting underneath the awning and it starts to rain and you like to put a small pitch on it, you can grab the sides here, pull down, and that will pitch your awning. But once again, these are not made to withstand heavy winds or rain. You never want to push the arm back up after you tilt it. You just go back, fully retract the awning, and then that arm will adjust itself back to where it was. Just below your J command here, you have your switches for your lights inside the unit. And then just below the J command, you have your power station here. So this is all your 12 volt and 110. 110 breakers are at the bottom, and then all your 12 volt fuses are at the top. This is where I come first if anything electrical stops working inside the unit, and make sure it's not a breaker or a fuse. And then also when you come in the door, you have your fire extinguisher on the left. coming into your kitchen, you have your microwave. Microwave works like a household microwave. It'll only work when you're plugged into 110. Just below your microwave, you have your stove and your oven. On the right, you have a switch for the lights on the oven. And then to light the cooktop, you just turn the knob to the flame, and then you can spark it. To light the oven, you want to turn the oven knob to the flame, hold it down. After holding it down for 30 seconds, then you want to hit the clicker, and then you can look in and your pilot will be lit, and then you can just turn it to whatever temperature you would like. Just beside your microwave and cooktop, you have your fridge. These fridges work on 110 and gas. So on the left, you have your on-off switch. And then right beside that, you have your switch to pick from gas to auto. I would always leave the fridge on auto because it will run off 110. If you ever lose 110 inside the park or at your house, it'll automatically switch itself over to gas. So your fridge doesn't skip a beat and it stays cold. And then when the 110 comes back, it'll switch itself back over to 110. Just beside your fridge, you have your TV and your fireplace. These fireplaces are nice for the morning, just to get the coolness out of the air. Coming around into the living room area, you have your sofa here. And then your couch. The 2 extra chairs store up underneath the bed in the bedroom. Right on the other side of the island, beside the table, you have your CO detector. I would just press it every time you go camping to make sure it's working and everything's safe. And then just before you head upstairs, you have all your storage for your kitchen. Big pantry with a light. Coat closet and another pantry. Let's head upstairs. Alright, coming in the bathroom. Right when you come in on the right, you have your switches for your lights. And then you have your fan just above the toilet on the left here. And then coming into the master bedroom, on the right you have your light. In case of emergency, there is an emergency window up here. If you ever have to use it, you just take these latches, pop them open, and then you can push the window out and hop out. Hopefully you never have to do that. And then just beside the bed for the accent lights, you have your 2 switches on the driver's side of the unit. And I think that's about it for the tour. If you have any questions, just give us a call. And thank you for shopping at Christie's.